Hey, what's up? Hello. So, as my first official YouTube video, I just wanted to share my picks and predictions for the Oscars. Share the only opinion that matters. No, but really, I just want to share my thoughts. You are free to convince me otherwise, by the way, on these picks, except on a few ones. I have pretty strong opinions on a few of this. Even if my pick doesn't win, I'm going to be happy with the result, I think, for the most part, or for most nominations. You'll see. So let's go. Firstly, actor in a leading role: Austin Butler with Elvis, Colin Farrell with The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser with The Whale, Paul Mescal with Aftersun, and Bill Nye with Living. Given that they have awarded mostly biopics in this category, it's probably locked in for Austin Butler, which is okay. Not too offensive in my opinion, but if it were up to me, it would go to Paul Mescal, and yeah, that's my pick. Now, actor in a supporting role. This category is absolutely stacked. Personally, I loved every single one of them, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be Ke Huy Quan. I know he has been the favorite in almost every single award show, so I don't think it would be a surprise if he won that. But if for some reason they didn't give it to him, I think Brian Tyree Henry in Causeway, absolutely stunning. Now let's go to actress in a leading role: Cate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Silence, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, Silence, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans, which, okay, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think Michelle has it in the bag. Now next, actress in a supporting role. First we have Angela Bassett for Black Panther, Slay, then Hong Chau for The Whale, then Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, then Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think all of them are deserving. If I were to pick the one, it would have been Dolly De Leon, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're not going to get into that right now. Pretty much, I think Angela Bassett is going to take it. I don't think anybody else has really a chance, but for me personally, I think Kerry Condon or Stephanie Hsu should take it. Either way, I'm going to be happy with either of them. They're all good performances that should be appreciated. Next, animated feature film: Guillermo del Toro's Pinocho, Marcel Duchamp with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, Turning Red. All of them are cool. Personally, I would love Marcel Duchamp to win. That movie destroyed me. I love the style the most. It feels like a documentary and you're like, wait, but this is a shell. Probably they're going to give it to Guillermo, which I'm not mad about because Mexicano, obvio que sí. That's my pick for that one. The nominees for costume design are Babylon, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. For this one, I'm rooting for Mrs. Harris, but I'm honestly thinking that they might just give it to Elvis or Everything Everywhere All at Once. Then cinematography. The nominated films are All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. My pick is probably All Quiet on the Western Front. I didn't enjoy Elvis that much in the cinematography side of things. I think it was a bit too much for me, which probably other people like, but just not for me. Now directing: Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin, the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. In terms of my pick, I'm sorry, but I'm a Triangle of Sadness groupie, I guess. I love that movie. He's not going to take it, but that would be my ideal situation. I feel like the Daniels are going to take it. Continue with the feature documentary. The nominees are All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, and Naval Knee. All of these have their appeal, but for me, it would be All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Let me tell you, I was bawling. If not, my second pick would be Fire of Love, but it'll probably go to Naval Knee, which I found informative and relevant, but ultimately it doesn't compare to what most of the rest of the nominated documentaries do. You know? Now for documentary short subject. The nominees are The Elephant, Whisperers, Halud, How Do You Measure a Year, The Martha Mitchell Effect, and Stranger at the Gate. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch How Do You Measure a Year. Apparently, the director is releasing it for general audiences on May. I don't really have strong opinions on most of these, but if it were up to me, I would give it to The Elephant, Whisperers, but it'll probably go to The Martha Mitchell Effect, which was interesting enough in my opinion, but doesn't have the heart as something like Hollywood or The Elephant Whisperers. Now, let's go into film editing. The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick. This one is pretty tight, I guess. Not very strong picks for me. I think it should go to Everything Everywhere. That is followed by International Feature Film. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Close, Yo, and The Quiet Girl. I think the film that has the most accolades is Argentina 1985, but All Quiet did win the BAFTA, so my guess is that I'll give it to either of them. But if it were up to me, it would be either Close or Quiet Girl, probably some of the most underappreciated films from this list, if I'm being honest. Now, makeup and hairstyling. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Well. I think it's either a secured win between All Quiet and The Well or Elvis. My pick personally is All Quiet because that shit was crazy. I felt right there. You know, it's probably going to go to Elvis or The Well or All Quiet. I don't know. It has a lot of nominations, so it could go either way. Now, let's go to music original score. The nominees are All Quiet, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fabelmans. For me, I think it's going to be All Quiet on the Western Front. I know it's not a popular one, you know, war movies, but I just haven't stopped listening to the film soundtrack. I think it's fucking amazing. But they're probably going to give it to Babylon. That would be my second pick, so go ahead, take it. Now, Best Original Song. The nominees are Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Natu Natu from RRR, and This Is Alive from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I debated watching the films that contained the songs, but I realized I couldn't be bothered since the only one that I was missing was Tell It Like a Woman, and that has a Letterboxd average rating of 1.5 stars as of the moment of recording. So yeah, sorry women. Anyways, my pick is Natu Natu, mainly because I cannot have RRR go without an Oscar. Like, it should have been nominated for Best International Film. Pissed off. I genuinely think they might take it as well. Like, the rest simply do not compare. But I genuinely enjoyed Mitski's This Is Alive and Rihanna's Lift Me Up. The rest, I could do without. Next, production design. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, and The Fabelmans. I think this is a secured win for Babylon, but my personal pick is All Quiet on the Western Front. Listen, I know it has been nominated a lot, it's like in every category, but I don't think it's going to win that many awards. I don't know. Next up, animated short film. The nominees are The Boy, The Mole, The Fox, The Horse. That's just one. The Flying Sailor, Ice Merchants, My Year of Dicks, An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it. All of these are incredibly inventive, so if you have the chance, just check them out. My pick is either Ice Merchants or An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it. It could go to the latter just because of the incorporation of the actual filmmaking craft, and the Academy just loves that, and I love that as well. I eat it up each time. Next up, short live action film, An Irish Goodbye, Ivalu, Le Pupille, Night Ride, and The Red Suitcase. Most of these I had like the hardest time finding them, so I was only able to watch Le Pupille and Night Ride. So my pick is Le Pupille, and I think the Academy will pick that one as well. not strong opinions on any of these either, so do with that what you will. Next sound, the nominees are All Quiet, Avatar, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun. Personally, All Quiet should win this. Every single thing that was going on had me locked in, had me immersed in the experience. So maybe that's why I'm biased. But if it went to The Batman, I wouldn't be upset. It's appalling that Nope is not nominated for this. I think they're going to give it to Avatar because they don't know what they're doing. Next, visual effects. The nominees are All Quiet, Avatar, The Batman, let's go, Black Panther, and Top Gun. I think they're going to give it to Avatar. I don't believe any other movie is going to be as VFXy as this one, so they just probably have to, at this point, after fucking 20 years of working on the movie, they just have to give it to them. But if I were to pick one, if I were to vote myself, as a member of the Academy, I would probably pick The Batman. That movie just fucking looked gorgeous. Maybe it should have been nominated for cinematography instead of visual effects, but either way, a win is a win, So let's go to writing adapted screenplay. This category has the following nominees: All Quiet on the Western Front, again, Glass Onion, Living, Top Gun, Maverick, and Woman Talking. I believe that best script of this one is Woman Talking. It would be awesome to finally see some women, for $1, name a woman, winning something. So yeah, that. But it's probably going to go to Glass Onion because it's flashier. People love the It's a Rage commentary, and I'm not the one to criticize that because I really loved Triangle of Sadness. So I'm going to just shut up. Next, writing. Original screenplay. The nominees are Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. I think for this one it's pretty locked between Tar or The Banshees of Inisherin. Once again, all of these, most of these, if either one of them wins, I'm happy. They're all good. I enjoyed them all. But if I had to pick, it would be Triangle of Sadness. Once again, yes, I am a groupie, but I cannot stop thinking about it's not about the money, Yaya. It's not about the money. It's not about the money, Yaya. But Tar has insane monologues, and not giving it to them would be criminal, I think. And The Banshees of Inisherin is just so subtle and so sweet and so sad and so depressing and so funny sometimes. Now, let's go to Best Picture. The nominees are, and there are a lot: All Quiet, obviously, Avatar, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun, Okay, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. For this, hey, arrest me. The biggest Triangle of Sadness, just completely my style, completely my thing. The ensemble cast is just phenomenal, so I'm sorry, but I think it's going to go to Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's pretty much locked in, and I'm not mad about that. I would love to see them all on stage. I would love to see Michelle Yeoh share everything with her castmates, and the Daniels as well. If they don't win Best Directing, I think they're probably going to be happy to win Best Picture. So yeah, those are my picks. This year, I luckily managed to watch these films. I wanted to give it a real try this time, so that's what I did. I even tried it, I think, last year, but I couldn't watch all of the documentaries and short films. So if you want to hear more of my coherent thoughts, sometimes on film and movies in general, sometimes TV shows, follow me on Letterboxd and on Serialized if you want to. And thanks for watching. Bye!